Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, Denmark fully supports Poland in calling for this emergency meeting in response to the serious violations of its airspace by drones launched from Russian and Belarus territories. We thank the Presidency for heeding this call so swiftly, and we thank Undersecretary General Di Carlo for her informative briefing. I also wish to welcome to this meeting His Excellency the State Secretary of Poland. Mr. President, Denmark condemns this violation of Polish sovereignty and territorial integrity. This is a dangerous and reckless escalation that is completely unacceptable and deeply concerning. Our resolve to stand by our allies remains firm. Together with our EU partners and NATO allies, we will continue to offer support to Poland in protecting its borders. Let there be no doubt, Denmark fully supports the territorial integrity of all countries in line with the UN Charter. Mr. President, the violation of Polish airspace by Russian drones has taken place in the midst of relentless Russian drone attacks in Ukraine. Russian drones are being used to terrorize the people of Ukraine. They are responsible for countless casualties in cities and on the front line, and increasingly bringing death, destruction, and misery to the civilian population of Ukraine. The Russian military-industrial complex has been scaled up dramatically to produce drones in huge quantities. They're becoming a serious threat not only to Ukraine, but to all countries bordering Russia. The incursions into Poland's airspace took place less than a day after a massive air attack in Ukraine, where at least 24 elderly civilians were killed while simply waiting outside to collect their monthly pension. It took place 3 days after the single largest Russian aerial attacks on Ukraine's cities during the war, where 4 civilians were killed and 44 wounded, including many children. And it took place 1 week after the drone and missile blitz in Kyiv, killing 25, including 4 children. These never-ending violations of international law, these aggressions, will only reinforce our determination to continue supporting Ukraine with what it needs to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity, to exercise its inherent right to self-defense in the face of Russia's unprovoked and illegal full-scale invasion. We've said it many times, there is a simple alternative, a simple solution. Just one man in the Kremlin could decide to stop his armed forces attacking Ukraine. Unfortunately, Russia's leader appears to have chosen to prolong this war of conquest and to continue down the path of death, destruction, and misery. Mr. President, what we have witnessed over the skies over Poland is a reminder that Russia's drone surge is not by any means restricted to the war of aggression in Ukraine. And this violation of Polish airspace is not only the most recent Russian violation of the airspace of its neighbors. It is also a reminder that Russia's war of aggression poses an inherent threat to international peace and stability. It undermines the fundamentals of international law that we all benefit from. This is why we urge Russia to change its course, to opt for peace, to respect the territorial integrity of its neighbors. Until Russia changes course, we'll continue to increase the costs for Russia and its enablers. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Denmark for the statement. I now give the floor to the representative of